minutes. 3 minutes in a box of fire.
She's had no memories for 3 months, other than those you've given her.
There's a new world coming.
I look at myself in the mirror, and I don't even know who's looking back at me.
And it's just around the bend.
Whatever you're going to do it now.
There's a new world coming. And it's just...
What is up, people? What is going on? We are back. Another episode of Silo. Penultimate episode. Should be a good one. Jen, tell the people where they can find you.
What up, everybody? You guys can catch me making videos with Nerdy AF, also guest hosting with Sci-Fi Vision, Real Cinema Therapy, and most important, right here with Nzo and Big Afford Entertainment.
Absolutely. And we are going to get into this episode because I know the last week y'all were complaining that we started late. So we're starting a little bit on time this time.
Yeah, that was my fault, guys. I apologize.
It's nobody's fault. It's CPT time. We start when we start. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
But we're going to do this one in 5, 4. Oh, hold on. Let me refresh.
Oh.
There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it.
What are the silos for?
People to repopulate the earth.
Repopulate.
There are 7 groups. This is us.
Why do they need to kill a silo?
If we can eliminate their ability to kill us, then we can have a conversation.
But we know they want to stop the safeguard. What I need to know is how they could do that.
I can't tell you that.
Instead of sawing, we'll pinch it. But we'll also cut the pipe further down, cap it, weld the cap for triple redundancy.
We were just bullshitting one night, and I get this idea. He says, draw it up, and I'm gonna give you a new life. I told you to not come up here. The sheriff is...
The sheriff's what, Mr. Harwood?
I went to water filtration. There were guards outside. The drugs are already in the water.
How long until they take effect?
Immediately.
So why are we here?
We'd like you to join the project.
I think I'd rather be blown to bits by a nuke.
Charlotte, what about you?
Okay.
If some mouse breather does turn the world to Grey Goo, I don't want to be stuck underground with Per Stenson and Rosin Thurman. I want to turn to Grey Goo with you.
As head of IT, as a wife, as a mother, I'm failing.
I'm sorry you feel that way, but thoughts aren't facts.
You made your choice.
Juliet would want us to do something.
We have to cap the pipe.
Let's see if Bernard goes out and be a savior now.
Facts.
Buddy, I'm gonna have to charge you double for that. If it turns out you're carrying tools, it's triple. That should more than cover it. Appreciate the ride, Aussie.
It's like watching a ghost.
You know?
Jen, Joe, you're both looking well.
Get out of my way.
I'm guessing she's expecting me.
Bernard.
Camille.
What do you want?
can't wait.
Bernard Holland, why are you here?
I know drugs are in the water, and that you have Juliet. I'm here to ask for her release, and for you to turn off the vitamin D+.
And why would I do that?
Because in return, I'm giving you the gift of narrative, which you need right now. Word is spreading out of mechanical that you brainwashed Juliet. I can save you from a rebellion.
Is that true?
Social harmony remains well below Mayor John's tenure, even below Mr. Holland's brief term.
People are easily manipulated. All they need is someone worse, and I will be that person for you. You tell them that I killed Meadows. You can also say that I ordered the deaths of Johns and Morns, and that I lied about Juliet wanting to go out. Blame the unrest of the past few months on me.
None of it would be a lie.
I was following orders, just like you are.
Yep. Remember that.
And what happens after that?
Rehabilitate me to show what a merciful leader you are. Far more than I ever was. Then I will live my days out quietly. Go ahead. Run the numbers.
The difference in outcomes is negligible. On the other hand, if we present the narrative you've suggested, then send you outside to clean, and maintain the original plan with Juliet Nichols and the vitamin D+, the silo actually benefits.
That can't be right. You're missing something. People want redemption stories. Redemption is the commonality in all the great myths, the major religions.
Not only have you miscalculated, you have also failed to realize that you have no leverage. You are already in custody, and you remain deeply unpopular with 89% of the population.
You're gonna take everything from me after I've given my life to you?
Goodbye, Bernard.
You're not omniscient, are you? If you were actually omniscient, you wouldn't have led us here to begin with. You wouldn't need to erase everyone's memories or kill so many. You don't know much more than I do you?
Goodbye, Bernard.
At that point, Camille's gonna hit Camille.
Yeah.
I hope.
Facts.
That turned out the way you expected?
Yes.
Oh, Spia's got a smile.
Same voice for the entire time I serve. But I've never heard it end a conversation like that. Have you?
No, but I also don't provoke it.
Exactly. It wanted to stop talking because of annoyance, frustration, anger.
That's a human trait.
Rather unmachine-like characteristics, wouldn't you say?
One time, not long ago, it was strange. It consoled me.
And you wondered whether it was human.
How would that be possible? Someone whose voice hasn't changed all these years and is always available to talk.
Same voice. Perhaps not the same person. And the one thing about a person can be defeated.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Camille's gonna switch up.
Yeah, not for nothing, Camille's a good manipulator, but she is not as good as Bernard.
100%. And she's not stupid either, though. That's the thing I'll say, you know what I mean? So she's realizing Bernard is making good points.
And I think she also doesn't, like, she trusts and relies on the algorithm and the voice, but at the same time, she doubts it and has mistrust for it.
Absolutely.
So Bernard's feeding into that because it's the same mistrust and doubt he's always had.
100%.
There to, like, talk with him about it and question it. So he's putting that seed in her mind and he knows that she's kind of all over the place. Something's gonna stick and he's hoping it's him because it's real and it's in front of her he's tangible, the voice is not. And now the voice is
100%.
she's gonna send Sims out. Either Sims or Bernard goes out to clean. I wonder who. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Citizens, I have important news. Former interim mayor and head of IT, Bernard Holland, has been found alive. For all his crimes against the silo, he has been sentenced by the judge to clean at noon today. Please make plans to attend the viewing in the nearest cafeteria.
Huh.
As always, be courteous and safe on the stairs. Thank you.
Can't tell if that's real or not.
Sheriff.
You know?
Did you hear that? Yeah. Then you know I can't stay. I just need 5 minutes.
Deputy Jerry, Sheriff.
Don't answer that. Not yet. Please.
I had that door reinforced. So whatever you're doing is, you should save your energy.
If we hit the joints at the same time, maybe we could weaken the hinges, right?
Even if you got out, the hallway is full of raiders.
Okay. Okay, so that's it?
Well, the only way it ends differently is if my wife stops taking orders from that fucking screen. I don't even know who she is right now.
So,
oh,
there's so
shit.
much we have
Thank
to tell you, and we will, but
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. YouTube would have shut me down real quick, so I appreciate that.
Ooh, good thing. I didn't even.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Fuck you. Interesting. Nah, for real.
For real, I'd take a shot too. Shit. Ooh, what'd you take?
Something off the table. Facts.
Facts. We got another rebellion. Let's go.
Mm.
Hmm. Wow, this is going bad.
You know?
Why?
You know.
It's a bargaining chip because she can control them when Camille can't.
Yep.
At least that's how I would look at it. What a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Don't believe her.
You know,
Flip.
she
I
don't.
want her to flip because she looked like,
Me too.
yeah.
Mm.
Word.
Mm. Mm.
Paper flip. Yep.
Mm.
He's gonna send her and Bernard out. That's fucking crazy.
You know?
This is not at all, nothing like the books, by the way. Nothing at all.
Oh, really?
There's nothing, and no, nothing like the books whatsoever.
Oh, okay, that's good.
At least he owns that he's a complete douchebag.
So, yeah.
The only reason why he's out is because she needs him for the ceremony.
Yep. Yeah, fuck that. Protect your kid.
She gonna send him his ass too.
She's a bitch.
At least she didn't send him out to clean.
Facts.
I thought she was gonna send his ass out. She's cold-hearted.
Yeah, she's a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, but Lucas got shot and it didn't poison him. So I think that he's fine, except for when Silo 1 wants that shit to come out.
Yeah, yeah.
She remembered.
Oh, part of the plan.
Yep. Get closer.
Mm-hmm.
So make a run for it and do some shit.
Mm-hmm. Shit.
It's not. That's right.
Facts.
The Wizard of Oz reference that
Mm-hmm.
those.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Who's in Silo 1?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Walker radioed over to Lucas and them and it'll help him. I don't know. He's probably gonna die.
Yeah. Unless he can make it over there.
Right? Wow. Respect.
For real.
That was awesome. If he goes out, he had a whole redemption arc. I am not mad about this ending for him at all.
Same here. Same here.
Camille wasn't gonna give him a suit. Camille said, "No suit for you."
Facts.
Chin up. Chin up, boy. This is like a Shawshank Redemption moment.
Shit.
He made it awfully damn far for not having a suit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No shit. The Silo's not gonna like that they sent him out there with no suit or anything.
But he made it the same like distance that everybody else did.
Yeah.
And that could say something.
Mm-hmm.
Just. Mm. Mm.
Damn. Punch her in the face.
For real. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Dynamite? Mm.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yep. Knew it.
A 9-month jump.
Yep.
Ooh, Charlotte and Anna are together. They're getting married. Wow.
Ooh.
Mm. So it's been 3 years.
Mm.
Last meal.
Mm.
We have a 3-year time jump in the before times. At least we have that.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
needed to speed things up.
100%.
I know what this event is. This is in the books.
Oh, really? Is this where it happens? The start of it?
I believe, and this is where, remember when Brian and I in the very first episode, we said we know where it needs to end in
And
order,
yeah.
and this event that they're about to go in, which will probably be the finale, which is what Brian and I said, is that event. A
Mm.
lot of things have happened in those 3 years. The book details it much more, but I can see that they cut it out because I'm sure they'll be able to explain it without having shown it to us with such detail.
Mm.
But now this matches more the books. They're
I
married
got you.
at this event.
And they just showed how close the silos are together, right? With
Mm-hmm.
that little picture you seen?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
You see where the separation is, right?
Yeah.
Between 1 and 18.
Yeah.
You see how it's lining up?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow. Fire. Hmm. So now the silos are done?
Yes.
They're finished? Okay.
And this is the big reveal.
I got you. Took them
Oh,
3 years to make the silo? That's some quick work. Shit, they have roads here that they haven't fixed in 3 years.
Hmm. AI wrote it. Jesus Christ. Like Noah's Ark?
You know? Ooh, I like that.
Ya jodiste. They just cherry picked who they wanted to make sure it got in there safely first.
Yep.
Is that supposed to be like a Billy Joel?
It sounds like, yeah, for real, eh?
It looks like a Billy Joel.
Yeah.
Peter Gabriel. They're all the
I
same.
think they're all the same except for Silo 1.
Exactly. Oh, this asshole. She knows there will be no tomorrow on that planet. Or right there, I should say.
So, something's gonna happen. No reception.
Yep.
Mr. Elon Musk.
Word. The no reception should be a huge clue.
100%. That's the text.
Has to be still and patient. That should be a clue.
Yeah. Why? No. They all just look shady as fuck.
Right. So I knew it. Yeah.
That's why they want them at the silo, because they knew it was gonna fucking happen.
Because they did it themselves.
Themselves, yes.
Absolutely.
That Elon Musk looking motherfucker.
Yep.
Shit.
You have to run. Run into Silo 18, and he's got to run to 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But there's still one more episode, which is crazy. I thought this was
Yeah.
going to be the finale.
Damn.
One more episode.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn. I'm going to put it back on for all of you that are in the chat there and want to watch it again. I'll definitely put it on for you guys. Let me play this and mute this. Ooh, Jen, what did you think?
Oh, that was good. They did skip a bunch of details and stuff in the book, but I think we pretty much have figured a lot of things out and get a really good idea of it. It's not like we're in it for the engineering and mechanics. We are missing like a whole section of stuff that they're not going to show us, but that's okay because they're still referencing it. But I can't believe we have one more episode. I thought that was going to be the cliffhanger for this season. And I think a lot of people that know the books thought that that's exactly where it's going, especially seeing that there was a 3-year jump. Like, as you're going through the episode, we're like, all right, they're going to all be gathered at this event, and we're going to get left with that. And as we go into the finale, we'll see something there. However, because of knowing the stuff in the books, I like what the season finale is going to give us, because now I still know another part that's not that far ahead, that's more in that really brings us really like to the meat of Shift, which is the second book. And I know what cliffhanger and then where they'll continue on. So I actually like that, because I think that if they got to get everything done, because there's a lot of stuff, there's a lot of details, they're already pulling stuff out. They got to get everything done with one more season, really 11 episodes. So I like it. I like that we got the bomb here and now. And I'm with you. You know, Pierce Henson definitely set that shit off. He had the people cherry picking there, and he knew he was going to separate the two of them. He has to.
Absolutely. 100%.
And that gives you a lot to think about on like what's what.
Well, I think they said it in the chat there. They separated them, then erased their memories so that they don't remember each other.
Yes.
And you know what's funny too? Because now that I look at it, right? So those silos at the beginning weren't filled up to the maximum. It was only a select few people that are actually in there. You know what I mean? And you can tell that they actually picked the people because they had this fake presentation where it's only a few people there, right? Because they knew these are the people we want. This is when we're going to do it. So we make it like they're forced to be in there. That's crazy.
Right. I don't think that the birth control thing came into play right away, seeing the numbers.
Exactly.
I know there are people that are already living in the silos, but the silos hold 10,000 people.
Yes.
I think they only have like 1,000 people per silo. Plus they probably got a couple, maybe 100 more per silo, if that. So, I mean, we don't really know what the numbers are, but I definitely think that they started to populate the silo before they started doing the birth control and cherry picking. At least that's what it's looking like here. We won't know in the next episode, but in next episode, we'll definitely see the fallout and, you know, where people are, how they're going to set things up. And we'll probably start to see that and what happens in Silo 1, which I think will be very interesting and different than anything.
Absolutely. That's what I'm really looking forward to see. What's going on in Silo 1. And I think, and I don't know, maybe you'll agree or not, because I know you know the Red Book, but I think we'll see maybe just a taste of that at the end of next episode. You know what I mean? We won't get the full effect of what Silo 1 really is until the next season, right? So I don't know. What do you think?
I agree. We won't get the full effect. I think that's where it's going to leave us hanging on. I also want to know, because he couldn't find Charlotte, was she in a silo waiting, or was she dropping that missile, or like helping launch the missile?
That's interesting. Yeah.
Or was she like flying a drone?
Yeah.
Right? Drop it or launch it or doing something of that nature. Something that would trigger it.
Because they already erased her memory, right?
Right.
Seems like they erased a lot of people's memories and got them to do certain things and get on board with certain things. That's crazy, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and last episode when Helen took that drink of water and they left, I thought that that was going to start the eraser process. I'm kind of
Hmm.
glad it didn't, and they got 3 years at least to everybody got married. They kind of did
Yeah.
their thing. Like we really don't know what Anna and Charlotte, like how deep they're involved and how much they really truly know about everything.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But I'm glad that they're not going to be like mind erased until they actually get into the silos. I was questioning to see how they were going to play that. So, but yeah.
Man, I was hoping something was gonna stop them from stopping Bernard from going out there, but there's no coming back from this one.
No.
You know what I mean?
And it works because he dies in the books. I don't feel like that's like a huge spoiler at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah, 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 yeah.
He's just not in the same point. But what he needed to do in order to make things work, because there's a whole story that they tell in the second book in Shift that is in the silos, and it kind of plays back and forth to the before and the now times, more like the very beginning of the silo, or like the people in the silo versus Juliet in the silo now. And we're
Hmm.
not getting that. We are
Hmm.
getting, they're referencing it because it has to do with the Flame Keeper and its mission, like Mission's story and Mission's diary. I'll at least say that much because they've already referenced it and
Yeah.
speak about it. So it has to do with his, like, what he does in the book, like
Hmm.
how he kind of gets that way. We don't
Hmm.
really, I guess, need to know all of that because we already know they've already introduced that what the whole point of the Flame Keepers and the relics are and how they've been passed down, and they're trying to kind of remembering things. And I think it really just ties back to now we know in Silo 18 that kid is probably going to be Daniel and Helen's kid. I think that's
Yeah.
what we're going to tie it into, which
Hmm.
makes sense on why they didn't give it to us, because it's not exactly that way in the books. We just know
Hmm.
Helen, they were married, they don't have kids, they get separated, and she eventually, after over the mind weight, she eventually like moves on with her life.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
So
yeah,
it's much different, you know what I mean? But I like if
Hmm.
they wind up tying that all together, because then you would understand like the journalism, the reporting, making sure you keep logs, diaries, sources. Like I could see why Helen, and she would pass that to her child, Daniel's child, and then that would be the start of the Flame Keepers. So I'm definitely liking that tie. I can't see them not doing that in order
Hmm.
to still bring us to the same point that they need us to. And they've already introduced all of that. So I definitely think that Helen's kid is going to be, have to do with the Flame Keepers because she's obviously in Silo 18. And we'll see what happens with Silo 1 because that's a much different silo with fewer people.
100%. And the one thing I like too is, like I said, like you could see that there's like the silos at the beginning are not full. It's easier for them to get people to follow the pack that way because each generation is going to be more and more susceptible to following that pack. You know what I mean? So when we
Right.
get to where we are now, you can see why they were following that pack so diligently.
Correct.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
that. This show is fire, bro. That shit was good. That shit was good.
Mhm.
How do you think the next episode is going to end? Because I know you thought that this episode was going to be like the end of this was going to be the final. So how do you think the next episode is going to end?
I think the next episode for the Before Times is going to end with what happens in the silo. And you're gonna say, I think it should be more of like what happens kind of in Silo 18 because it's gonna organize the way the silos that we know. And
Hmm.
I think that one of the cliffhangers is gonna be it showing us what happened in Silo 1.
I like that.
And in the actual Juliet's timepiece, I think that it looks like they're gonna, I don't know, everybody is together right now and they're trying to start something. And I have a feeling it's going to lead to them going down to the mines.
Hmm. Hmm. One thing I will say is this show keeps making me think that there's a little bit of chance for Camille to do the right thing, and then she ends up just fucking doing the wrong thing like over and
Listen,
over again, bro.
when
She
that
gotta
bitch
she gotta
commits,
go.
when that bitch commits, she commits. She's like,
100%.
like she literally switched husbands. That's what I feel like. She is more
Yeah.
loyal to that fucking human ass voice than she is to Robert at this point. Even her own child, like I can't understand why you'd be okay with like
Having your
erasing
son's
his
memory erased. Yeah.
what the
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
She's
But
diabolical, man.
he is diabolical. Someone put that in the chat, and I was like, facts, diabolical, like 100%. And we'll see, because the way she clings to that AI, the voice, I should say,
Mm-hmm.
how she's clinging to it, I think um, she will cling to that, and it'll be the death of her.
Yes, absolutely. She has to die.
Yes, but it'll be because of her loyalty to that.
Yes, absolutely,
And not,
100%.
right. She
And you
will
can,
never break like Robert did.
and I think, like I said, like they used Bernard to go out there for, um, oh yeah,
Distraction.
distraction, right? That was Bernard's case, but for Camille and them, what's up, Incognito? But for Camille and them, they wanted to use it as a, like, I guess, a warning, but they sent him out with no suit. And when the woman in the silo said, "How come he has no suit?" I think that's gonna cause like people to be like, "Yo,
Oh,
fuck this shit," you know?
weird.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
they're gonna want to know why, like what did you do? And I know that he told Camille to like pin everything on him, like it's his fault, but she's not. I don't know how to explain it. She can't, because like she already had mentioned earlier, like she did help out and kind of go against Bernard, and it would just raise questions that she
Hmm.
doesn't want to answer. And
Yeah.
she's banking on everybody forgetting anyways, enough so that they won't remember and she won't have to answer anything. She'll
Hmm.
just play the long game.
Do they stop the vitamin D?
I don't want to answer that question.
Okay. So then that's something from the book. So I get it.
Right. That part is in the book, so I don't know which way the show is gonna go. I don't know
Yeah.
which way the show will take it, but the whole point of it and it getting leaked out to the mass population is going to lead to what we need to happen.
I got you.
I don't want to say, I don't know how to
Yeah,
say
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. Without spoiling it, it's okay.
Yeah, I'm
It's
sorry.
okay. Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah,
No,
I'm not sure which direction the show is gonna go in, but this is a major point, and it'll be definitely a cliffhanger on the finale. Like
100%.
even if you get the answer whether they stop it or not, what that leads to should probably be the cliffhanger.
I
I
got
should
you.
give it that way. Yeah.
I like that. I think because I think it's going to be a major cliffhanger at the end of this season. But Incognito said it was obvious they were going to separate Daniel and Helen. The small group around the senator knows all the plan except the couple. Yeah, 100%.
Right.
They made sure to separate them. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? They made sure that Daniel was close to where they could send him to Silo 1 and that she was there to check out her silo.
And they did
That,
it in a smart way, right? They made sure that the car pulled up knowing she was pregnant and can't walk too far to
yeah,
where 18 was.
yeah,
And while she went on this whole ass tour, he took a long ass walk
yes,
to Silo 1 and didn't even realize it.
absolutely, 100%.
So they were very crap. That was fucking genius. Like they definitely manipulated and mind fucked that whole way
Abs-
there.
but again, that too is it shows that they still manipulating things. They started manipulating the whole situation, and even everything that's going on in the now times, they're still manipulating shit that's going on in the silo. You know what I mean?
One question that I want to know, because they've
Hmm.
shown us this, is the technology. I want them to explain how they're going to show, or I shouldn't say explain, I want them to show how they're going to go from the technology they have to the most minimal
Facts.
like lifestyle. Because you saw that like there was mad people with those glasses, those
Yeah.
glasses. So okay, are they all gonna like take all the glasses and incinerate them? Like I want them to explain and show that on the show how they're gonna minimalize all of their technology, because clearly they're not gonna know things. And I have a feeling how they're gonna do it, but that should be a good question that you should think of to kind of
Hmm.
figure out where the season finale will end with that. That should be
Absolutely.
right. So, yeah.
Absolutely. That makes sense. I presume they're going to cap the pipe, but Silo 1 is going to make a move. They're going to have to move to Silo 17. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Yep, I like your frame of mind. I don't know if you've read the books, but yep.
I think he does because it says bigger in the book. The
Yeah.
Senator Thurman is the man they changed that in the show. I got
Yeah,
you.
that's one of the things. Yeah, because it's Paul Thurman in the show. He
Yeah.
does have a daughter named Anna, and she's actually really in love with with Donald in the book. So
Mhm.
that's why that was a good twist that it's with Charlotte. Charlotte
Yeah.
never has anybody in the books. It's just Charlotte all by herself. So
I
I kind
like
of
that.
like that they both kind of now have a love interest, and they're kind of we're in 2026, so
Mhm.
having like a lesbian relationship is amazing. Like they're bringing
Yeah.
that in to welcome all the different types of communities and people that are watching, especially so many people that are open-minded to that. So I like how they've tied everything in, and I really, really appreciate, even though there's a lot of details that they kind of just skipped over with that 3-year, and things go different in the book anyway, but you
Mhm.
don't necessarily need that to get to where you're going. They can easily start explaining that once they're in this, because things need to be explained to Daniel, and he is obviously in Silo 1, and we know that
Mhm.
because we just watched it. So keep
Yeah.
that in mind, because that's how I think they're gonna wind up backtracking and kind of giving us the information from the book. But this season so far has been what like very different from the books, but
Mhm.
still, I agree. Seeing what I've seen so far with one episode left, the showrunners are still bringing us to where we need to be, where
Mhm.
Hugh Howie wanted us to be. So I kind of like it so far. I'm loving this season. I cannot wait for this finale. Like I said, I thought that this would be the finale. I know we had one episode, but I thought they would
Mhm.
stretch things out and do more explaining. I kind of like that they just kept it all action. And I know that next episode is probably going to be the same way.
Yeah.
So that's why I say what I said with the setup, with the now, like before times, I guess, when they're in the silo. I think we'll see a lot more of like Juliet's story, and we're going to see more of what Helen goes through. And then the very cliffhanger would be what happens in Silo 1.
Silo.
And
Yeah.
then once season 4 starts, that's where they'll backtrack and give us the information about Silo 1. Maybe a little bit at the end, but we'll probably get the majority of that with the opening episode of season 4, episode 1.
I agree. It said, honestly, they changed so much from the book in season 3 that I wonder what and if they'll change other things. That's what I'm going to ask you. So, from what you know about the book, right, without like kind of spoiling, do you see, like, when you're comparing it now, do you see the things that they could change going forward and make different?
Yeah, there's some things that I can see them changing and making different, but I still think that they're going to get to the end of like where it needs to be.
Yeah, yeah.
Things that they're going to change, I don't think they're going to impact the overall goal. I think it's just going to give us a more richer story, and I think they proved that so far in the 9 episodes out of 10 for this season. They were able to change quite a few many details and give us things that were not even mentioned in the book. Like we got a
Mhm.
whole nother like a couple storylines that were never even mentioned in the book, but we missed a whole like a bunch of storylines that happened in an earlier version of the Silos that has to do with the Flame Keepers and Mission. So it's kind
Mhm.
of a trade-off. But if you're keeping to people want to see Rebecca Ferguson, they want to see Juliet, then you have to get rid of something
Certain
in order
things,
to
yeah.
keep her, because she's not really. I mean, they talk about her in the book, but there's a lot going on. Like we wouldn't have seen her for like 4 or 5 episodes.
Mhm.
You get where I'm
Mhm.
going like that? Even
Yeah,
if
yeah.
they bring it back and forth and sprinkled her in, they give us a lot about other stuff that happened in the silo. And even though they kind of go back and forth, but her arc was like everything with her and Lucas was completely different.
Mhm.
Bernard was dead. You know what I mean? Camille doesn't
Mhm.
exist. So
Mhm.
they knew that they were going to do all these changes. They had to. There's no way they could have been able to do this because we've had Camille all the way back since season 1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they already knew all of this. And I know that Hugh Howie's been there helping them, making sure they do everything. He's approved of all the changes. He really likes it. He actually did a cameo appearance last episode. I didn't know that until like it popped up on my thing,
Okay.
like on my Google feed. And I didn't even go back I'm so sorry. I didn't even go back in the episode to rewatch it to see if I found him. But
Mhm.
I know that he's in there. So knowing all that and knowing my reaction, because I'm usually like pretty like on top of source material compared to what the adaptation becomes. And I'm pretty critical because I
Yeah.
think like the first story and what the author did that made us love it is what it is. Why are you changing it? If you're gonna change it, just make it a different story and call it your own. You know what I mean? So I actually really do
100%.
like what they're doing in season 3 because it's giving everybody what they want. Because when you think about the 3 novels, Shift was such a hard, like literally, it was a shift. Like it had nothing to do with what
Mm-hmm.
we left off with Wool. And like we get to it, but
Mm-hmm.
it was a
Mm-hmm.
hard like and shift it just the title itself, that word shift, had so many meanings in the book. Between characters and what the reader like as what the reader was doing, how the author pivoted but gave us such a rich story
Mm-hmm.
that tied into everything. But you didn't get a lot of anything from Wool in the first half of the book. So, you know what I mean? Like people are reading, they pick up Shift to read it as a sequel, and they're like, "What the fuck is this? Where's Juliet? Like this has not where
Look, is
like
this? Yeah,
what is
yeah,
this?"
yeah, yeah.
And it's not
Mm-hmm.
like the first couple of chapters.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 13 chapters in, which is like half the book. I think the book is like
Mm-hmm.
30,
Mm-hmm.
26, 31
Yeah,
chapters
yeah.
somewhere between them. So when you think about it, it's like half of the book. So keeping that in mind, um, not that like I would have loved to see a perfect adaptation, but what they've done, I think, just has kept us hooked to all the characters that we really love. Like not to see Walker or Knox or Shirley and their storyline, like for half of a season, or Juliet, I think would have been really
Mm-hmm.
devastating to the audience, the viewership.
Absolutely.
Like we got hooked for 2 seasons with these
Mm-hmm.
characters. So I
Mm-hmm.
like what they've done. I think it also brings in like this whole diverse community that we have, like all the different viewers. There's something that everybody can relate to, and we've been getting like all the emotions and the feels. And I'm not saying that Shift doesn't do that to you, but it's such a shock, and you have to get to know characters that you never
I
heard
get,
of
yeah.
before after reading a
Mm-hmm.
30 chapter book into this. And I think knowing that they were going to do this in 4 seasons and not 5, they had to eliminate that. We don't have time for new characters. So
One
why
hundred
not just
percent.
develop a really cool storyline that's going to give I mean we got a murder investigation that's like completely
Mm-hmm.
different. We had all this kind of stuff going on with Bernard and the secrecy, and it kind of let us like it kept this intensity and suspense for us to just keep it hooked, and it still bring us exactly to where it needs to be. So I appreciate these changes. It is completely different, but I understand it, and it feels so intentional and planned. That's why it's this good.
Absolutely. And the fact that they're actually, consulting with the guy who created the book, that's why it's like so good because he's agreeing to some of the changes they make. Like this is not important. We could take this out, keep
Mhm.
this, change this around. So I really like that. So
Right.
I don't know, Jen. Perhaps they edited the ending. I mean, regarding some of the characters, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're gonna edit, and I don't. I know they said they're gonna get to the end where like the goal is, but even
Hmm.
the end, I have a feeling like
They're
they're
gonna
gonna
change something.
not change, in my opinion, and I don't want to spoil anything. It's not so much change; it's more add in, like give a little bit more, like a
Hmm.
little bit
Yeah,
more to
yeah.
explain. And I think that would really, I mean, it could end just like the book, and it's like, okay, great. But we've seen
Hmm.
endings like that, in
Yeah,
my
yeah.
opinion,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
at this stage of 2026. So
Hmm.
I think if they took it a step further,
Hmm.
just a tiny step, just all you need, and people that read the book might understand what I'm going at, but there, all you need is like another chapter to just give them a little bit more time on something to see.
Hmm.
And I think it would just be mind blowing to the audience for them to get that. And it's still going to leave questions, but it'll give them more of a reality of futuristic view of what's to come, because we have so many videos, movies, shows that show us what it would be like in 1,000 years, 100 years, like Blade Runner, like all these other movies. I'm just saying I can't think of any, but you get where I'm going.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's been like it's gonna wind up being like 350 plus years. So for them to go out and see what the world has become, you know what I mean, or something,
Hmm.
or how things are gonna change, I
Hmm.
think that would be really, really cool.
Absolutely. Said I'm going back to bed. Thank you. Good night. See you next time. No problem, Incognito. Incognito. Appreciate you coming in. We're gonna bounce out of here too, as well. Though it was a great episode. Jen, tell the people where they could find you one last time, please.
You guys can catch me making videos with Nerdy AF, also on some live streams, guest hosting with Sci-Fi Vision and Real Cinema Therapy, and of course, right here on Big Afford Entertainment.
And I'm Big Afford Entertainment, guys. Make sure to check us out tomorrow when we do the next episode of Lanterns. That is going to be interesting, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Bye.